Hey guys, it's Michigan Fisherman here, also known as Jack Potter. This time I'm just going to be giving you a short tour of my Plano tackle box and show you what's in it and what I use. So I guess we'll just jump right in, enough talk. So in this pocket here we have our trusty bug spray in case we're gonna get like eaten if we're fishing a river or something. We have extra dividers for the actual boxes in the tackle box, and then the card that my grandparents gave me with this tackle box. I think I got it for my 6th birthday. Yeah, I've had it a while, and it's been great the whole time. The only problem is that this zipper here has fallen off and now does not exist. But other than that, it's still pretty hardy. In this top pocket here, we have, if I can get it out, my fillet knife. It's really nice, really sharp. Comes with this great leather, or not comes with, but I have this great leather case for it. It's really protective as well as durable. So you can see this right here. Also super sharp. You know, it's good at filleting things. It's a fillet knife, but so there's that. Put that back in there. And then in our last external pocket here, we have our smelly jelly bass feast. Smells terrible, but works great whenever I throw this on my bait, which I don't do often, but when I do, always get a hit right away. So you should pick some of this up. Smelly jelly bass feast. I got this at Cabela's. In this box, it has a little sticker with a bunch of knots, which is actually really useful. And then also we have a bunch of hooks, which used to be organized but now have fallen everywhere. So all different sizes, and then we also have 4 different sizes of sinker, which is pretty useful. So that's all there is to that box. Throw that back. And now I will get set up for showing you all of my tackle inside. So, hello again guys, we are back with our first box here containing all of my hard baits. So, first up here is this Challenger stick bait here. This is a top water, and it dives a little bit and has a back and forth action. I've caught bass and pike on this, so this is a great lure for that. Really versatile, really realistic. It's got a black, green, silver, orange color scheme, so I really like that. Well, and a lot of the fish do too. So there's that lure. Next up is this antique lipless crankbait. So that just sort of dives down, and I've never really used it before, so I'm not sure how well it works. Not very realistic though. Here we have another Challenger stick bait with the black, blue, silver color scheme and a little bit of this golden yellow behind there. Same action as the other one though, and you know, got the 3 treble hooks on it, so you don't want to get either of those near the weeds at all, or near any sort of structure. It's got some rattles in it too. And then here is a bait that I just bought. It is the Storm DBTS04 with the olive green, silver, orange color scheme there. 1.5 to 6 feet with that lip on it. And also very realistic. I just tried this out at Gun Lake down south of where I live in Grand Rapids. That's in Berry County. Gun Lake is in Berry County. Grand Rapids is in Kent County, all in Michigan, of course. Hint, Michigan fishermen. But so this bait, I haven't used it a ton. I've only caught 2 bass on it so far, and it's a little bit big for all of the panfish in Gun Lake. So next up is the other bait that I just bought, which is the Rapala CD01. If I can get that into focus, perhaps, maybe. Hello? No? Okay. But this is a good bait. I just bought it. It's very realistic. Catch panfish on it, and I actually caught a couple little tiny baby largemouth too. So this sinks at about 1 foot per second. And it has a little wobbly back and forth action that the fish love. It's very realistic. So next we have this pink spinner bait. It's got the willow spinner and the Colorado spinner on it. But, you know, throw your Cinco on there and bass will hit that all day. Actually, not all day, mostly in clear water in the morning. But that'll be for another video on bait education. So this is my other Rapala. It's a pretty deep diver. It's got the black-orange construction with the little feather on the back and 2 treble hooks. So that's a good bait for bass. It's got some rattles in it too. But I use this in Reeds Lake right here in East Grand Rapids. And I've never really caught much in Reeds Lake, but this is a good bass bait for bass. And then back here you have just this little spoon, you know, goes back and forth. So you can catch some, like, good-sized panfish will bite this if you just bob it up and down, and it wobbles back and forth, so they think it's like a shad or something. And then I also have just your run-of-the-mill worm harness here. Nothing too special. So that's that box. Stay tuned for the next box. Okay, we are back with box number 2, in which I keep all of my soft bait. So in this one we have these little salamanders. I've never really used them before. My Uncle Mike gave them to me when I was pretty, like, younger. So those are probably watermelon, I would guess. I don't really have the package for them. This is a stray Cinco worm I have. Dark on top, light on bottom. I don't really know the names of any of these colors, so this is one of the many flukes I have. Dark on top, light on bottom. You can Texas rig it, but that's pretty much the only useful way. And then here I have the pearly white fluke. That's a good one for really clear water. This is sort of a light on light color scheme here. Another fluke. Here I have the very deep green with black flecks fluke. Good in weeds and stuff, and bass will hit that. Here I have a color scheme similar to the second one I showed you, except this one has blue flakes in it and it's just a little bit darker on top. Another fluke. And finally, this last fluke, sort of a lime color. You know, this is really good. I actually just found this in my other tackle box that has my fly fishing gear in it. But this is a Gary Yamamoto. So that's pretty much it for the soft baits in this box, and stay tuned for the next one. Box number 3 here. It has a few more soft baits in it. So I've got more of these Cincos here. Dark on top, light on bottom, black flecks, a little bit of sparkle to them as well. So catch bass on these if you You can Texas rig them or wacky rig them or whatever you want, but you can look at my education playlist for a video on rigging soft baits. Here is another spinner I have, neon yellow, Colorado spinner on that, which is brass. And, you know, again, throw your Cinco on there and bass will hit that. Here I just have a little pink minnow, not too much special there, but that'll catch you some fish. Here I have one of my pearl white with black flecks sort of crawfish rigged on a little just sinker thing, so you know you can bounce that along the bottom. Here are my semi-weedless hook plus sinker type head things. So those are, you know, just for rigging up a Cinco or one of those crawfish things that I just showed you and bounce it along the bottom. Semi-weedless because of this thing here. And finally for this box I have this little worm here, and then its counterpart, this worm, which already has hooks in it, but those are both good for bass. They're a little bit big, so you're only going to catch big fish on these because, you know, like a smallmouth couldn't fit this whole thing in without like choking on it or swallowing it. So that's pretty much that box, and stay tuned for the next one. So here's my fourth and final box. In here I have this crawfish neon with some orange on it. This is great for bass. You know, you just hook this on the bottom and shoom, bounces along the bottom, and bass love that, and they'll just whack that thing. Also in here I have assorted colors of grubs, so those will spin through the water. Never caught really anything on those, so I have all different colors. Next is this soft bait. It is a black Mr. Twister, and while I was up at Gun Lake, my friend Timmy and I caught a 19.5-inch 4-pound bass on this thing. So these are super versatile, really great for bass. This thing spins around in the water, and the bass love that, and they will just smack it. If not because they're hungry, but you can also get reaction strikes out of these baits. Again, go to my education playlist if you want to learn more about all the different ways fish respond to different lures. So I have that rigged up just on a little white sinker type thing here. Here I have a lipless crankbait with some rattles in it, but you know, this is catch pike probably on this, and bass as well. Not my favorite bait, but it is from Ireland, which is pretty cool. So I have all these other grubs in here, assorted sizes and stuff, and then in this area right here I have my scale / measuring tape, so use that for fish. Really good, works great for me. It's all you need to know how big a fish you've got. Also in here I have these slip bobbers, which are good for panfish, super lightweight. So you know, you can cast them out there and look at them. And then I also have this stick bobber, which is probably my favorite bobber in here, but it's really easy to see, and you know, it's pretty responsive too, so you can see if panfish are biting when you have this rigged on there as well. In addition, I have a pencil for some reason, and then I have all these sort of, man, I can't remember what these are called, but these things, and I have a hook remover, So if a fish swallows a hook, then you just put that right on the, put this end right on the hook and push it down, and then you can pull it right out. Finally, I have my size 3 Gamakatsu deep throat wide gap hooks. So there's 5 of them in here. I haven't even broken these open yet, but these are great for rigging up Senkos and flukes on. But that pretty much does it for my whole tackle box. You can expect to see some reviews on all of these lures that you saw in the near future, and I will see you in the next video. Stay hooked.